now.
What is up, boys and girls, undercover weebs? We are back, and today our episode, we're gonna go over anime moments that gave us chills. Wow,
Chills.
anime moments that gave us chills. Um, my name's Noah. I'm one of the hosts.
My
Started
name,
off by actually introducing myself this time.
yeah, my name is AK. I'm the other host, and we have a returning guest. If you want to say
Yes.
hi, Isaac.
What's up, guys? Glad to be here.
Yeah, it's been a
Been
minute
a
since you've
while.
been on. What
Good
was
to
the
have you
last?
back.
What was the last episode you were on?
I feel like I'm only on. Oh, it was an Arcane. That was what it was.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was a good
that
episode
that
too.
was a good ass episode.
I love Arcane.
Mhm.
I don't know why,
Yes.
but that episode has like a special spot in my heart. I feel like that was just a good episode.
That was a
Flowed
good
well.
episode. I agree. Couldn't agree more, actually.
Well, did you? I wasn't really paying attention. Did you introduce the topic of today?
Yes, I did. And I
Yes.
said
Oh
I
yeah,
said
you said
anime
chills.
that gave us chills.
Yes.
I don't know what happened there, but I don't know.
Anime moments that give us the chills. Well,
I'm still just kind of thinking some up to the during this episode, things are gonna pop into my head for sure.
yeah, definitely.
Mm.
What I noticed when I was like making my list was the music plays such a big part in these moments for me. Like there were a lot of different moments that I thought of, but then I was like, I don't know what I when I remember watching it the first time, like it was a hype moment, but
Mm.
there's also times that like the music or the sound really brings it over the top.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
The music is probably the biggest part for me. I'm not gonna lie, and that's for sure.
Dude, the biggest part for me is 100% nostalgia factor. I don't
That
know
as well.
why.
Nostalgia
Those like
factor.
oh
My
bro, that
number one that
like
I'll lead in with is
if
just
I
straight
like
nostalgia.
can immediately like just like I watch something and I remember exactly what I felt the first time I watched it, I'm like, holy shit, that's gas.
You.
Love it. Oh, I got one on here I think AK is gonna appreciate. It's kind of a sleeper.
Well, why don't you start us off with it then?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought of this the other day. Wolfwood's death from Trigun was so freaking sad and crushing and gave me chills because it was just so perfect. I loved it and it was so sad.
I actually completely forgot about the fact that he died, if I'm gonna be completely honest.
Dude,
But you're
it was
so
such
right.
it was such a good death. Because like it's so sad because he doesn't have like a good send off at all.
No, he
He's
really
like,
doesn't.
I don't want to leave them. Like I have too much to do. Dies.
Oh
That
no.
that was a tough offing for sure.
Because like the whole like it was like a 4 minute like thing of him like looking back about like I don't know his life and stuff, and he was like finally about to accept death, and then right before he died, he's like, "No, just kidding, I don't want to die," and then kicks the bucket. I was like, "What?"
I wanna Trigun remake so bad actually. I feel like that would be a anime that would flourish so well from a remake.
Oh, it would be so good. It would be so good if they remade it.
I have I have a moment here that Isaac you probably heard us talk about it at least in the group message, and this is kind of fallen under an honorable mention because technically it hasn't been adapted into an anime yet. And that's in Black Clover.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the Magna Soul Chain death match against Dante.
that was sick. That was
Magna's pop off.
When Magna
That's-
finishes that fist fight to the death with Dante, and then he just looks up and screams. I want that to be adapted so bad. That
same.
if that ever gets adapted, you already know. Like as soon as he screams, you're just gonna get the chills. Like that whole sequence
Yeah,
was so epic.
I didn't even think about doing just manga stuff, but that's a good one.
And then
So-
Black Clover went right down the drain after that.
So yeah, kind of
Yeah.
off topic. Like, why did they do that as a whole? Was like a good reason ever put out there other than just like a lack of funding or like something like that?
Why
Or
did they end Black Clover?
Like the anime.
why they dropped it?
I think there's a movie. There's movies supposed to be coming out or something.
I don't.
That's supposed to wrap up everything or what?
I'm not sure to
No,
be honest.
There's like, the movie would have to be a long movie to wrap up everything. Like
Yeah.
that was before they even went to the Spade Kingdom. is where the anime
So
ends.
do you think that they need to like, are they gonna jump back on the show after the movie, or is it just dead in the water at
I don't
this
know
point?
I
where.
think it's probably dead,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I don't know where
Sad.
the movie's gonna start and end though, or if it's gonna be like if it's gonna be canon material,
Mm.
Because
because
like
it's not
they're
even
in a
the end
weird
of the
spot.
arc yet. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like not an arc that you can really adapt into a movie, you know. Although they
Yeah,
could cut a lot out because it's pretty booty cheeks.
yeah, they're pissing this arc right down the drain. It's so bad.
Sad.
It's not okay. No, that's a lie. It's like entertaining to read still. It's just they've done the same thing like 17 times this arc. Like
It's like
just keep
why
repeating it.
they got them group panels of like all the
It's just the
captains
same
together,
thing.
like all of one squad. It's just
It's
really
hype.
cringe.
It's like hype and
It's
entertaining.
hype like the first time, but then after you see it 16 chapters in a row, then it's not
Mm,
as hype, you know.
right. Yeah.
So mine, first one I'm gonna start off with is my most shameless one, but it's 100% true. It's the anytime like you say run theme plays in My Hero, bro, that is the best like music line just for hype moments ever, and it gives me the chills like every single
That
time.
is pretty good. It is a pretty good
Like when All Might pops off in the first arc, where
mhm.
they're in the whatever that little stadium thing that they were in, where he just
Yeah.
beats the crap out of the Nomu, like that. Just the music carries that entire scene.
The what is
That,
it? You
that's a
say
good one.
run? I don't know that I
Yeah,
can think of what that is.
it's like the main theme for My Hero when there is the like a huge fight scene, pretty much.
Yeah, if I played it, I guarantee I would
You would note it in
know it
like 2
right
seconds.
away.
I always think of that moment, the one you're talking about when he fights the Nomu.
Yep.
Don't worry, I have arrived. I
Yep.
was like, okay, bro.
I don't know why, but in the second to last season of My Hero, since you're talking about songs in My Hero, when
Yeah.
the concert when they show Aerie smiling for
Yeah.
some reason that gave me the chills, bro.
Dude,
That
dude,
was
that
the
was
saving
gas.
moment of that whole thing. I didn't hate
Yeah.
that arc, but like that was
Oh
actually
no,
cool.
the arc after the overhaul arc, like the smooth or gentle criminal,
Gentle Criminal.
that arc was atrocious. That arc was horrible.
What was up with Gentle Criminal, bro? That's canon too. I didn't know that. I was like, what?
Like they
Yeah.
just didn't need him in the arc. Like I just don't
Yeah.
know why he was there.
It's like even the manga must have had like a little filler stint.
Yeah,
It
dude,
seems like it.
Dude, the concert part was gas.
Concert part was
I can't
gas.
even lie.
Mhm.
That shit was fire. Shit was so good. Oh.
And while we're on My Hero, also the the Endeavor versus Nomu fight at the end of that season,
Oh yeah.
Oh.
and
So
then
That
when he
goes
goes into the air and does the prominence burn.
Yeah,
Good
and
My
then
Hero fight scenes always give you chills, bro. It's
oh
every
yeah, My
time.
Hero does really good fight scenes. They have good hype moments.
Yeah.
That one, and then the All Might his final thing against All for One.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's pretty
Dude,
gas.
Absolutely.
Dude, My Hero has a lot of like really hype moments when Stain is like looking at all of the heroes and making them like back down, and he's like walking towards them. He's like, the only one that can kill me is All Might. You guys aren't shit. And then even Endeavor is like, whoa.
Yeah, I think Stain was the only good villain in all of My Hero.
Yeah.
Like he's the
Overhaul
only
was
one with a
dubious.
good reason to be
Mhm.
doing what he was doing, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Stain
he's
is
the
Yeah.
also
only
like
riveting
a top.
person.
Yeah, he's like a top 3 character in My Hero too.
Like All
And
for One is
he
just
wasn't
power
really that.
tripping heavy.
Yeah,
He's not.
that's how all the
Shigaraki's gonna be a
heroes
good
are.
villain, but
That's what
he
I've
was
heard.
not for the longest time. I mean, like his little arc was pretty cool, but I didn't love it either.
I haven't watched it.
At least we got to see him more of him and like actually learn about his past.
Yeah, the last arc in My Hero, the last whole season of My Hero is just like really bad.
I heard the next arc's fire, so I might have to catch up.
People been hype around it in the manga, so
Yeah,
it's gotta
everyone
be worth
says the next
something.
right, and I'm like, shit. If it's good, I gotta watch it, but we'll see.
Do we want to talk about the king of like chills moments, which is Attack on Titan? Like I feel like
Yeah.
that
Let's do it. There's like 20 million.
has so
Yep.
many.
like 2 episodes ago. That one was pretty nuts.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with one
That
that
shit
was
was so sick.
yeah. I'm gonna start with one that was in like season 2, and this is the English dub version only because I've watched both the English dub and the sub of this specific part, and the dialogue of the line changes just a little bit, but it makes all the difference. And that is when the scout regiment is trying to get Aaron back from Bertholdt and Reiner,
And you're
and
gonna say Irwin?
Aaron's arm gets bitten
Yeah,
off,
dude.
Oh yeah, that part's
and he's
sweet.
like getting carried away. And in the sub, he just says advance, but in the dub, he gives like he's like advance, god damn it, and then
Yeah.
gives like a little bit of
Mhm.
a speech, and it's like so much better. Just the slight addition of dialogue added so much character to Ervin there.
Good
I know,
dubs are awesome.
I know what you're talking about. I have seen the dub, like that moment in dub too.
I
Yeah.
think that moment in dub is so much better than the sub.
Yeah,
Irvin is just a hype machine, dude. Anytime he's
he's
given.
so sweet.
He's
He's,
probably the guy that plays Ervin is probably my favorite voice actor, I'd say.
he's
Mhm.
he might be my favorite character
He's up there
in
for
In
me,
Attack on
absolutely.
Attack on Titan. Yeah, he's
I'm
just cool, man.
he really is. He also got that speech right before his death.
Mm.
I,
That's
the
also
only the
crazy.
AOT moment I like hyped down or I put down on my list was the Levi versus the Beast Titan the first time they square up. That
Yeah,
one where that whole sequence, that entire sequence, I had chills. That whole
yeah,
like episode and a half of that entire thing that when it went down was insane.
it was a really good
That's the
sequence.
peak of the show, in my opinion, right there. Like I think like it's still
Yeah,
good as hell, obviously, but I think that it peaked in that part of the show
I don't know,
for
bro.
me.
I think in the paths it peaked when they were going through the past.
yeah, that shit was cool too. That
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 was it.
dude, I did not expect
Yeah.
that at all. I was like, damn, Aaron, wow, you're a savage.
Speaking of a
Yep.
moment that gives you the chills, holy shit. I feel like we can't say too much
That's
about
yeah.
that specific part, but that really changes your whole outlook on what happened in the
Mhm.
whole series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a mind fuck a
I
little
was like,
bit.
yeah, I was like, what the, huh? Aaron, damn, dude, you are. What a
That
good character. Wow. Talk about a character that did a 180 on me. Aaron Yeager. I used to
that
hate him.
part made absolutely no sense and so much sense at the same time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
It was it's perfect writing. I don't know what to say. It's literally
it
just
is good
perfect
writing.
writing.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
he was fairly one-dimensional even heading into the third season. Like he had some character development here and there, but like
Yeah.
his switch up in season 4 is just kind of
Hmm.
crazy.
And then you're just like, what the hell is he? You just don't know what he's thinking
Yeah.
ever.
My personal favorite moment that gave me chills is when the Reiner and Bertolt reveal. That's probably my favorite moment
Yeah.
in the whole series, personally.
That's second behind for me too.
That
That was
reveal
awesome.
is done so subtly. Like,
I know, that's why I
who?
love it so much.
How is that? Like, that reveal is so weird.
Yeah, the way they executed it was very, very, very
Right.
impressive.
Yeah, it's
They
like the
literally
fact
just
that they tried to
tell him.
downplay it. Yeah, I know. It's like the fact that it wasn't like a super crazy hype reveal that made it even more hype, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
Attack
way
on
things
Titan.
just go to chaos like immediately.
Yeah.
What about in the first 2 seasons? Anytime there's that specific song that they play at any hype moment where like the girl kind of like screams a little bit or like gets really loud. I don't know. It's if you heard the song, you probably get the chills just from hearing the song.
I
Oh
have to I probably have
yeah.
to hear it.
It's the one that we've sent around in the group message a couple of times, the live performance of it, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that one?
it's just intense. They
Yeah.
played that song so many times.
Chick that sings that just belts and it's awesome. She's so
Hmm
good.
thinking about songs that were like that song was kind of overplayed, but it worked for that show. But another
Yes.
song in a show that was very overplayed was in Tokyo Ghoul when they played Glassy Skies every 2 seconds.
Okay, but this is on my list. The first time it happens, when when Kaneki pops off for like the first time, his hair turns white. That shit's what like hooked me on anime, so it was on my list for sure. Like that was,
That's a good moment.
That is a good
it's
ass
so
moment.
dope.
I need to make fun of Tokyo Ghoul though because the end of season 2, where
Yeah, they just
Kaneki's
botched it.
walking with Hide, they play
Mhm.
the full 4-minute version of Unravel,
They, yeah,
and he's just walking
the whole
and like
time.
the whole time, and it's literally just like a shoulder up shot of Kaneki walking with Hide in his arms
Drags
for
on for a
4 minutes,
Freaking Tokyo Ghoul, bro.
and
I'm so glad I've only read it.
then they skip over the Kaneki, Kaneki. I can't think of his goddamn name.
when he turns into the second person.
What the?
I
That's how forgettable he was.
It's Arima.
It's Arima. I was gonna say you. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you had it.
Yeah, I was
Arima's
thinking.
sick.
Yeah, I was thinking of Coach Almon. Arima. Yeah, they cut out that fight, which was like a huge part at the end of Tokyo Ghoul, and they cut that out completely.
Dude, the end of Tokyo Ghoul in the manga,
Yeah.
you're like, what? Like, huh? At the end of the manga, literally Kaneki is like, he's like fighting Arima, and he's like sees flowers and stuff, and you're just like, what's going on? And the next panel is him just like dead with a hole through his face. You're
Yeah,
like,
and
what
all
the
the
fuck?
flowers are actually the dead bodies of all the monkeys and the dogs that were
Yeah,
trying to protect him. Wow,
dude, Arima's a savage.
Arima is a savage.
Arima could like solo that verse by himself, Loki.
Yeah, but then he had to go blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't like the way that he was taken out, to be honest. I feel like that was kind of a
Mm-hmm.
oh well.
Nerfed him.
They did nerf him.
Sad, dude.
I was saying, did my phone just die? What the?
That would be unfortunate.
Dude, we got to talk about our favorite Full Metal Alchemist moments because there's some good ones in there. There's like multiple moments that gave me chills. Now that I think
It's a
about
terrible day for Rain is easily my number one in that show. I love
it.
that
That's a
line
good one.
so much. It's not even like a hype moment. It's just like, goddamn, Roy Mustang.
That whenever Mustang pops off is pretty chilling.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for Roy Mustang.
I think my personal, well, I don't know if it's my favorite moment, but the one that I remember giving me the most, like giving me chills, that always sticks out in my mind is when Edward gets his arm back, which is a basic one, but I just think
Yeah.
that's so well done. And I didn't really see it coming. And I was just like, oh, so
Yep.
great. He just like screams at Al, and then he just like starts kicking Father's ass. That shit is hype as fuck.
The one Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood moment that gives me chills is the Show Tucker, or like the
I was just gonna say that one.
Alexander, and I cannot remember the little girl's name for the life of me.
Nina,
Nina.
yeah. I think.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty sure.
When they're put together in a chimera, and she's
Yeah.
Edward.
Wow.
That shit was
Edward.
That was so out of pocket. Like,
yeah,
I
was
remember
like,
seeing that. I was
dark.
like, whoa.
That was like such a dark moment in the show for absolute, like, out of nowhere.
I know.
That is the darkest moment in the show by far.
Oh, easily.
If Fullmetal Alchemist was like, I think like animated by current day Mappa or Wit or whatever studio nowadays, it'd be unanimously the best show in all of anime for sure.
There's just not
Like,
a
I
lot
think the
wrong
animation
with the
was
show.
awesome in the original, obviously, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if it had to step up in animation, that show would be unmatched completely. Nothing close to it.
I think it's still number one on Mal.
It is,
Yeah.
I believe.
I mean, it'll be locked into my top 3 forever, pretty much.
It's really goddamn good.
I don't think it'll ever fall out of the number one spot on Mal unless they put interspecies reviewers back up there.
True.
Back when that was number one.
Ranking
for
of
like
Kings, bro. Ranking
Wait,
of Kings.
what?
Number
You didn't
one.
know that
What
interspecies reviewers took the lead?
was it? Is that not a good show?
It's literally
What?
like a hentai, but
Oh,
Yeah. Wasn't it because
anime.
of Nux? Didn't
Yeah,
Nux like?
Nux got like a ton
Yeah.
of
oh.
all of his subscribers to upvote it on my anime list, and
So
then they
they
just
got it
took it
number
down.
one.
Yeah,
Dude,
Oh,
then
that
like,
is
and then like
hilarious.
Mal tried to sue him. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, something like that. But it's like an
It-
open voting platform, so
I
like
know. And then he's like,
everyone-
"Well, you can't. Like, what are you gonna sue me on? Like,
That's such
what?"
a meme. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He does
What?
have a lot of like subscribers. I feel like though.
That's ridiculous. That's so funny.
he
Uh,
does weird shit like that. Fire Force, boom
ooh,
noise. That's what I literally have written
yeah.
down.
Such a cool sound effect, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime that sound effect goes off, no matter the context, I will get the chills.
Sound effects in shows can kind of be underrated, and I think that that's something that Fire Force, even in their pretty tough second season, we're still pretty good at. Like when what's the guy who's just an absolute like brawler? What's his name? When he pops off, his sound effects were sick.
Yeah.
He's probably like my favorite character in that show just because of how
The
sick he
black
is.
guy, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
With the dreads, and he like gets
Yep.
all the markings around his body. Yeah,
Yeah, he's so cool, dude.
he's
Is he
sick.
one of the like pillars?
No,
No. I don't-
he's not.
I dropped the
Dude,
show. I
with
don't know.
I think he's just a fourth gen.
okay, so he's sick with it.
Yeah, he's. I mean, I really hate Fire. Like, I'm not the biggest Fire Force fan, if I'm gonna be completely
Neither
honest.
am I. But I like the moments. I like watching the show. I will watch it as it comes out every time. It's just not high on my list. I don't like love it.
I really liked
But
the first season. I really liked
first
what they were
season was
doing with
cool,
it.
dude. Really
The
cool.
direction.
Yeah, I just really think that the author did not have anything planned out when he was writing it. I
Yeah.
feel like it was pretty much exclusively written week by week, like he's coming up with it as he goes.
What's up with that? What's up with it being a Soul Eater prequel, bro? That doesn't make
is
sense.
a bunch of bullshit. That's exactly what I mean. He's literally just writing it week by week, and he's like, okay, it's the end. Let me just tie these two worlds together.
He
to
did
make
it
it
to
What?
kind of
relevant.
hype up both shows. Like, do you think it's because he wanted to like, or do you think he had this plan all along and it's just poorly
No.
executed?
No way.
I
he
don't
had
think.
it
Yeah,
planned.
I don't
He
think.
could have
Yeah,
just had it planned and poorly
At
executed it.
least from the
maybe.
start. From the start, like these two worlds are so much different from one another.
Mhm.
Like not even relatively close.
What if he just does a masterful job of tying it together? I just don't
I
see that
can't
coming.
see
But
it,
like, how
like-
awesome would
I
that be
just
if
don't.
somehow they pulled that off after having such an underwhelming second
Well,
season?
even like the power system.
The power systems are so much different.
Yeah, and some people are so broken too. It's like ridiculous.
This is why I
Yeah.
think he wrote it week to week, is because you look at Shinra, he literally just shoots fire out of his feet, and then you got people doing cool shit like the Joker dude that has cards and throws them bitches around, or the guy with the bullets and shooting those things, and Shinra just shoots fire out of his feet, and Arthur just
Yeah.
has a sword made of fire.
And
That's
like,
Like they have
great.
the most boring shit in the whole show. They're like the main characters.
You're
Like,
not wrong.
The further you
I-
get along, the more creative the stuff gets, because he didn't think he would have it go this long. I'm pretty sure.
That's an entirely fair criticism. I feel like this show would have done best short and sweet because the more you have to like, I feel like flesh out these fire powers, the more you go along, the tougher
yeah.
and weirder it's gonna get, and kind of a lot
I
of
think-
diminishing returns with that one.
I think he could have just kept it shallow, and it would have been better. I feel like he almost tried to
Exactly.
do too much with it, and there was not that much to actually like.
That's what I'm saying.
Go into.
Yeah.
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 They could have, instead of making like people stronger, they could have made, what are the zombies called? They could have made some of those like even stronger, I feel like, and built them up, even though they were already pretty like much a beast.
Wait, season 2 of Fire Force is rated higher on Mal than season 1. That's a joke.
That's
Season
such
2
a-
of Fire Force is so much worse.
It's
It's
bad.
gotta
Season
be
one,
the
season
Ogun
one, I
fight.
hold in like pretty high regard. To be honest, like I really liked season 1.
There's got to be
Can't even lie.
the two things that might edge it out is the opening and that one fight with the I want to say his name is Ogun. That
It
black
is
guy.
Ogun. It is Ogun. I think.
That one fight people really liked,
I mean,
and the
that's the
and the
coolest
OP
part of the
was
entire
a bop.
season. It's not even. Yeah, the OP was amazing. I think it's better than the first, and the first was a banger. Hey man,
Yeah,
OPs can make a show better. Just look at Black Clover.
hundred
True.
percent,
Black
hundred
Clover's
percent. They can.
usually got good story though,
Yeah, fair. It's fair.
but Black Clover does have some bops for OPs for sure.
Yeah,
Yep.
they do.
I had a more obscure pick on here.
What would
I
that
was
be?
I was gonna talk about Dororo on that episode where like it's a really deep episode where the chick who kind of is like a prostitute but like not
Mm,
really by
Neo.
choice, and she gets
Mio
slaughtered and like
tweaks.
what's his the main character's name? It's not Dororo. Dororo's the kid, correct?
Uh,
Um,
Kyakimaru.
Takimaru.
Yeah, Yakimaru. Yeah, he just like goes nuts. That was insane. And it was like not even the fight was good because he's just slaughtering those
No,
guys.
he's
Like
like
they're not
screaming
fighting
and
back.
That's a good moment. I like that moment a lot.
I was like, that was the moment that hooked me in the show because like I thought it was cool up until that point, and then I saw that and I was like, wow,
I always
holy
forget about
smokes.
Dororo. Such
I
a
do
good
too.
show.
Really good.
It's just
Really
hidden.
freaking good.
It's just
Yeah.
hidden. No one ever ventures to Amazon Prime Video to watch their anime.
Yeah,
I
which
mean,
is a bummer.
Wow,
They got some
Vinland
hidden
Saga too,
gems
man.
on there.
Yeah, that's a good one, Isaac. That is a really impactful moment, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Doro just freaking tweaks and murders everyone.
Yeah.
I've
Dude, that
heard
was
that.
sick.
I've heard that Vinland Saga season 2 is now a Mappa project.
That is
I
what
thought
is
that
good
season
news.
2 was done by Wit, and is Mappa taking it forward or what?
I saw that Mappa's animating season 2.
It's supposed to come out this year, so it's not coming out this year, is what you're telling me.
I don't know. Mappa takes on so many projects though.
I'm pissed about it. Speaking of Vinland Saga, the end of Vinland Saga, when Askeladd tells us his name is like Lucius Sartorius Castus, and then cuts the king's head off, is so sick.
That was
hype.
hype. That was so
So
hype.
the Vinland Saga moment I was gonna say was like the dialogue between those two, and like
Yeah.
the Bjorn fight. Those two have really come out to be like that. Those are just the hands down. It's awesome when a show can peak at the end of a season like that. It's dope.
Yeah. The only thing you like the Welsh are good for or whatever is like slaves. And then
Yup.
Askeladd's face, he has like the
It's like, yeah,
Yelena face. Oh, I love that shit.
That face itself gives me the chills. The Yelena face
Yep.
when she does it. Oh God.
Wait, Yelena's a girl?
But that was chills
Yeah.
because it just creeped me the hell
What?
out, dude. Yelena's a woman, yeah.
Since when?
I mean,
Are you serious?
Just-
I did
Yeah.
not know that. What?
just look at the
what?
name.
Dude, she looks like a dude.
She did disguise herself as a dude when she.
That's why I
went
thought she was a
undercover.
dude. Well, I did not know. Wow, the more you know.
She's super slim and she's got like
She's very tall.
She looks like
male haircut.
she's more masculine looking than Armin.
Yeah, honestly. That's why I thought it was Armin at one point
Armin's a
when that
sissy though.
entire thing was going down. Yeah, I want to see him kind of finally like not be. I figured frying him into a crisp would have kind of turned him a little more badass, but
That was kind of a cool sacrifice, but
yeah, it was dope. But then he didn't really come out of it any different. I don't think.
he has had a cool moment in a while. I'd like to see something from
Wait,
him.
who hasn't had a cool moment in a while?
Armin. I mean, obviously,
Oh.
when he decimated an entire like of the population of that city, that was pretty like.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, damn, Armin, you're savage.
Yeah, I feel like that was a pretty big moment for him. So at least there's that. We got a little tidbit of him.
No, you might be satisfied by this next episode that you have.
Oh, he's gonna have it. He's gonna have a little good moment
It's
here.
not like a big moment, but it's kind of a moment.
Dude, AK, speaking of this is just random. Cole, it took me about 4 minutes of explaining to Cole about this whole Demon Slayer thing, and he just didn't realize that there were more episodes out this season. I'm
Wow.
like, bro, it's been like a 2-day thing.
I don't know how you couldn't figure that out.
I'm like, bro, just click next. What do you mean?
Like, did he watch the first 2 episodes or
He watched
something?
the first 4, and he just
Because he kept saying, "I've already seen this, but I thought there were new episodes." I'm like,
I was
there
like-
are. It literally like just ended.
I was like, "Have you seen Tengen Uzui? Like, have you started the season?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like,
Mhm.
"What do you what do you what do you mean?
Did you
Just keep
finish the
watching."
season then? Just you can go to the
So
next episode. You don't have to like every time
we
you
got,
question yourself. You don't have to start at the beginning again.
we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out.
Well, there we go. That
Demon
was
That's so
Slayer has some
that's funny.
good moments. Wow.
something only
Yeah.
Cole would do.
The whole movie, I got a lot of chills from the movie when I watched it in theaters.
I love
for Demon
Rengoku.
Slayer. Yeah.
Love Rengoku.
The music is really good. That
Unpopular
entire
opinion: Rengoku is so overhyped. It's
so
not that good of a
I
character.
I like him a lot, but I could see like he's a little one dimensional, but like I don't know. I don't mind characters that are like that, especially if they're really likable like him.
I think he was the
I mean,
best part of that season.
he's.
He was the best part of that, yeah.
I mean
I
that
mean,
that season or
I
movie
agree.
really wasn't that good, but
Yeah, it was kind of
just the animation flex, you know.
Yeah.
like cool fight scenes.
Yeah, cool fight scenes when they go into everybody's souls. That was a little cooler than I thought it was gonna be. They actually did a good job with that when
No,
they're in
I like that a lot.
Tanjiro's soul, and
And
it's just
Tanjiro
like
kept cutting his head off.
clean. Yeah. Oh man.
That was pretty cool,
That
actually.
yeah, the ending of that movie was good. It just took a while to kind of get going, and so
Dude, Uzui is weak as shit for a Hashira. No cap. He's got to be like the
yeah,
weakest one.
I
right.
saw rankings that he was like the 8th, only in front
Oh,
of that
so
pink-haired
it
girl.
makes sense
So, like
that
the one that uses the poker one.
No, the pink-haired girl, the pink and green hair.
she's like kind of weird and awkward,
Not
right?
not Shinobu. I think her name is like Mitsuri or something.
Okay.
Is it? I think she's the Hashira in the next arc, isn't she?
There's two Hashiras in the next arc, I think. It's the swordsmith arc or something. I think there's two Hashiras in it. But yeah,
Well, this arc
she's
was
definitely
freaking
good.
awesome.
This
Wow,
arc was really
wow.
good.
Tengen is probably my favorite character.
Mhm.
I
would
loved
agree.
him. He's so funny. Dude, just him and the interaction between them is fun. Okay, hype moment though from Demon Slayer. All the hype moments are give me chills. Every single one of
Yeah.
them.
The ones that I like a lot is when why can't I remember names to save my life
I'm
sometimes?
really
I
bad
can't
with
either.
names. It's
What's
I
because
his
I
can't either.
usually binge
what's
shit
his
and
name?
then like
What's
Mm-hmm.
his yeah,
literally
whenever
seconds
what's his
after I
name goes
finish
to
it, I don't know
sleep.
the name.
Whenever what's his name goes to sleep, the annoying one that's not fun awake.
Zenitsu?
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu.
When Zenitsu goes to sleep, bro, those are always great moments because it's like, oh, this guy finally
Godspeed,
gets to be a good
Zenitsu.
character, and
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
cool.
this guy finally gets
Yeah.
to be a good character. I love that
and then,
you said that.
and then Inosuke's like, dude, you just need to stay asleep.
Yeah,
you
he's like,
need to
I like you
never
better
wake
when you're
up.
asleep.
Dude, because he's like smart too. That shit is
Yeah,
funny. That's a good bit. They have a
he
good
did
bit.
have one good moment in this season though, where he was awake and he actually stands up for that little girl. It's like, okay, he's not a complete coward. Like he
Imagine
actually can force himself to do stuff.
imagine how OP Zenitsu would be if he learned more than one breath of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
lightning style. He literally only knows the first breath.
Yeah, he
I
Mhm.
just
think
goes
there's
ham.
probably more than one breath. Like for the
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
style, I think there's like
When
9.
when he evolves and kind of hits that next step, I feel like, and he gets his own fight, like all one-on-one with him, it's gonna be awesome. It is gonna be so good. It's gonna
I
be
think
probably the coldest
dude,
moment in the show because when he fought that spider, it was the coldest moment in the show for a while.
that was pretty sweet.
The coldest moment in the show until the next episode.
Yeah,
Mm.
until yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
That next episode is hype. The whole entire second season is the second half of it was freaking hype.
Mm-hmm.
I love so good. I love that they actually got back on track with the demons and like having you just feel awful for them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was right at the end. I was wondering if we were gonna get anything.
Same. I was hoping to. I was like, come on,
If they
make me
didn't,
Yep.
feel something.
if they didn't do it, I would have been very upset actually because they didn't give that to us with the last, like during the Mugen Train arc.
Yeah, they kind of just clapped that guy up and
That was it.
He was the most worthless villain. No
Yeah.
development at all.
Yeah, it was terrible.
He was a movie villain.
He was literally the epitome of a movie villain.
Mhm.
Nothing will ever. Okay, and I know it's off topic, but the My Hero villain from the last movie was so bad. Like he was just
The
horrible.
blue guy?
Yeah,
I never watched that movie. I heard it was really bad.
don't watch it unless you are like ready to be surprised at how bad the movie is, because that's just it was terrible.
I
I've
heard
never.
it was really bad.
I've gone to like maybe 5, 6 anime movies now, and I've enjoyed them all in the theater because it's just really cool to have that experience.
Mhm.
I walked out of that movie and I was like, that was a waste of my fucking time. It was that bad. It was horrible. If you
Oh,
can
My
watch
Hero
it,
movies. Wasn't the My Hero movie 2 movies ago good?
yeah, the second one was
That one
great.
was gas.
They did it
The Heroes
perfectly.
Rising. Actually,
They did a
speaking of that movie, the final fight sequence with Deku
Bakugo
and
and like,
Bakugo, that gives
yeah.
you the chills. That's sick.
hmm
That is such
When
a
they
cool
play
moment.
the what's this? They played "You Say Run." That's the theme that they slowed down in that last one, and it actually has lyrics to it when the chick is singing.
They had like world-breaking powers at the end there. It was
Yeah,
so epic.
and then they just
I need
erase
to
it
watch
all
it.
Yeah, and then they're
in
just
a very
like,
movie way,
nope, it didn't happen.
and
Literally
I'm
at the
fine
end
with
of the
that.
movie, they're just like, nope, we're gonna pretend that
Yeah,
Bakugo actually didn't get the powers. We're just gonna ass
yeah.
pull you there. It was
No,
That's
just
and
the
funny.
that's
power of friendship.
it's exactly
Of
what they had to
course.
do, and I was
Of
fine with it
course.
because the movie was so good up until that point. I was like,
I
you know
I
what, it
just
had to happen.
I
It
just
wasn't
pretend
canon.
the last second wasn't, or the last 30 seconds don't exist in that movie.
hmm
Stop it with 30 seconds left, and you'll like it way more.
I
Dude,
gotta
that would have
watch
been
it.
like an if they were gonna cut this show short and not continue it, and they would have stopped it after like that season. Ending it with something like that would have been perfect. Like giving Bakugo the power. Like that would have been a cool way to end the show in a shorter fashion if they didn't want to continue it for some reason.
That is
I
true,
feel
but
like,
it's so popular they would never do that.
yeah, they're gonna milk that thing dry for
Bakugo
sure.
needs to die. They need to kill him in
Mhm.
the show. That would be an impactful moment, actually.
I know nothing about the manga. I'm not gonna read it. I know
Me
people
either.
who have read it, and I've
I don't
tried to
either.
stay spoiler free on it.
I don't
It's
know
so
anything
far
that
ahead.
happens. Actually, no, I saw a panel of like Deku looking like a demon.
Yeah, I've seen that actually.
That's
I
that.
don't.
I
I
don't
have no
know.
context to it, but
Same.
No.
No idea.
you
Dude,
know, Noah, I'm surprised that you haven't brought up anything from Food Wars.
I was just going to, bro. I was just gonna say. I was literally just about to. I was gonna be like, all these moments are hype, but you know what's more hype? Every single time Soma does anything in Food Wars.
That's nuts.
I love Food Wars. Fuck.
You haven't talked about Food Wars in a hot second, and
Yeah, bro.
you're
The
getting your
freaking ramen
opportunity.
fight. The ramen fight is my all-time favorite fight ever. I swear to God. Or the one against Alice. I do like the one against Alice.
When
Honestly, I like them all.
when their clothes explode off, you get the chills.
Yeah, that's the best, bro. And oh God, I love Food Wars so much. I will ride and die Food Wars. Still haven't watched the end of the last season because I don't want it to make Food Wars worse in my mind. So I'm just gonna stick with what I've
Just
seen.
stop where you can to make it to have the best experience.
Yeah,
That's one way to do it.
every single Food Wars fight. It's so good. It's in my top 10, always will be.
Every single Food Wars fight.
Yeah, especially the ramen one and the one with Alice.
You're so high on Food Wars.
It's so good. It's so good. I'm not even kidding. It's freaking gas. You know it's good.
It is good. Like those moments do give you chills for sure. It's so dumb.
Dude, Food Wars is literally like one of the only anime that has made me like stand up like out of my bed when I'm watching it. Like, yeah, let's go. And it's about cooking. I don't know how they did such a good job with that show, but they just killed it.
What's another
Food Wars,
what's,
check it out.
What's another show that does that? Haiku?
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime in the first season that the ball was spiked successfully,
Mm.
that was
Yes.
hype.
Oh, my favorite moment in all of Haikyuu is when what's the main character's name? Oh my God, I'm having a stroke.
I'm really bad with names.
Dude,
Hinata.
what? Yeah, Hinata when he catches the ball, when he like
Oh,
runs up and
yeah.
catches the ball. That's
In
like
front
my
of
favorite part.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he like looks at him with his, crazy eyes.
Uh-huh.
That's my favorite part. That gave me chills.
That was a good part. Well, since you got to talk about Food Wars, I got to bring up Death Parade. Like
I was gonna say, which moment of Death Parade? There's like one an episode.
Yeah, I
The
was
whole last episode was that for me.
you could
That's
easily
yeah.
you could easily find one every single episode if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Easily.
But the one that sticks out above them all has to be the last episode where his like you see the things in his eyes disappear and the world shatters when she's begging for him to push the button.
Yeah, that gives me chills literally thinking about it. I have goosebumps right now.
That was done so well.
It was so impactful. Holy shit. I literally was watching that. I was really just like, this is so good. I don't know. I was like overfilled with like emotion. I didn't even know what to feel. I
No,
was like,
you literally
wow.
you have so much emotion. You're just
Because
numb.
it's not like a cry moment necessarily.
No, it's
just
just
like a
like I can't believe you've done this. That
so good.
moment is so epic.
I think honestly, I think my other favorite moment is from the first episode when she
Which
like
part?
does it for her
Oh yeah,
the end
when she
where
lies.
she's like, yeah, when she lies.
That's-
Oh, that was
that's
such a good part.
so good. Every episode is so good. Gosh, yeah, you can find one every single episode.
Dude, Isaac, have you watched or AK? Have you seen Sword of the Stranger?
I have seen Sword of the Stranger.
That have you Isaac?
I have not.
You should watch that movie. It's really good. It's one of my favorite anime movies.
Okay.
When he is at the end, he's like going to save that little dude, and he unsheaths his sword,
Dude.
and the music's playing, and he's like screaming, like "Get out of my way!" And then he just cuts those two people down. Like that whole sequence is like, oh, so fucking
It's
good.
the music, bro. I'm telling you, the music is everything in these scenes. The music and the sound.
Sword of the Stranger, man, gives me goosebumps. It's just Rurouni Kenshin, but better.
I haven't seen Rurouni Kenshin, but I need to.
Same parts. Dude, the Rurouni Kenshin live action movie is so fucking good.
I've heard
so
that that's
good.
like the only good live action anime adaptation out there.
Oh, it's
Other
so
than
good.
JoJo's, obviously, because any JoJo's content is obviously amazing. But
There's live action JoJo's.
just Diamond is Unbreakable.
Shut up! Are you
Dead
serious?
ass. Only Diamond is Unbreakable.
Of course they would do that. Of course, it's Diamond is Unbreakable. You're
Like,
lying to me.
No, it's like the notoriously like worst JoJo's one. JoJo's season, and they decide to make that into live action.
Dude, lit. Wow. I'm watching some of it right now. Jotaro looks terrible.
Oh yeah, it is very low quality.
This is the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Gotta love
I'm gonna
those
watch
stands,
this.
bro.
Dude, I'm gonna watch this.
Well, now you
Isaac,
got
you
something to watch tonight.
Isaac, you got any from Dragon Ball that are your favorite that are on your list?
Yes. I would say like probably Goku's power up to Super Saiyan 3 if I'm going straight off nostalgia. Like I used
Super
to
Saiyan
love that
3?
moment. So yeah, when he's just screaming.
He loses his eyebrows.
Yep.
That's my favorite
Very
part of Super Saiyan 3. They lose
They
their
lose
eyebrows.
their eyebrows. Oh
Pretty
my
much.
goodness.
They don't go blonde, they just are gone off his head.
No.
Yep.
Does anything else change, or their eyebrows just go
He,
away?
he gets really long hair in Super
He
Saiyan
gets super
3.
long yellow hair, yeah.
It's so funny.
Like yeah, his forehead extends a little bit.
Yeah. It's
Interesting choice on that design.
dude, mine is probably Vegeta's atonement. It's
Oh
probably
yeah,
my
that's
most
great.
chilling moment.
That's
My
great.
favorite moment though is because the Cell arc is my favorite arc because I'm not a normie. And Gohan just like beating Cell was so sick.
Yeah.
I like still watch that like every now and then, like the ending, and I'm like, ah, yeah, this shit's hype.
And then they like kind of took the show in the wrong direction from there.
Yeah, just when you see like Goku standing behind Gohan, and then
Yep.
oh, so good,
Uh-huh.
so good,
I
so
don't believe you.
good.
It wasn't that good because it's Dragon
It was
Ball.
really good. It was top 10 moments of all of anime.
I don't know that. I don't know about that.
Dude,
I don't know
Dragon
about
Ball's
that.
fire if it's not wasn't so drawn out.
You know what? You know what's fire is
Hmm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, the Chimera Shadow Garden that
Yeah.
Megami does, and he just has
Yeah.
that wicked smile and he's laughing.
Mhm.
Dude, Mega God, Jujutsu
That
Kaisen
was
is so
so out
good.
of pocket. That was so sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Honestly, I would consider that to almost be like the climax of the season. Like that part was epic.
That part was
That was the
epic.
coolest part of the whole season.
Then he needed that too. And you like Loki kind of knew a power up was coming for him.
Oh yeah, I mean he was kind of sucking ass the first couple encounters.
Yeah.
His chimeras weren't doing shit,
Mm-hmm.
but that
And he just
moment
went
was
beast
sick.
mode. That was sick.
I need to rewatch Jujutsu Kaisen, I think. I just
I've
don't
watched.
remember a lot of it, but I really enjoyed it, so like I just need to go back and go through it another time, I think.
Jujutsu Kaisen is just like every episode's an eight and a half, but
Yeah.
like there's
Mm,
no, it doesn't go below an 8 and it doesn't go above a 9. Like it's
yeah.
just consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
I
that's
heard.
where it
I heard
falls.
next season is going to be just 10 out of 10 the whole time.
I hope so.
I'm
I really
excited.
like Jujutsu Kaisen.
I do too. I like. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, to be honest.
It
A lot of
really
cool
is.
characters. I really
Yep.
like. One of my favorite characters is the sword girl, or like the weapon girl. Maki, is that her name?
Yeah.
She's one of my favorites. I saw this thing like when that bullet gets shot at her and she catches it. I saw that there was like more there's a bigger budget put into that like 15-second clip than the whole entire last season of Seven Deadly Sins. Like
That's
genuinely.
hilarious.
Speaking of
Like
Seven
genuinely.
Deadly Sins, though, any Escanor speech
Yeah.
gives you chills.
That
Escanor
last one.
against Esterosa, Escanor versus
Yeah.
Galland.
Hmm.
After the fight with the Demon King, the last one that I made you watch.
Yeah, that was good. That was hype moment. Oh, Escanor, don't do me like that. Oh, I love Escanor.
Or even Escanor when the Sins had to fight or were supposed to fight against each other.
Mm,
And he like flies up into the air and shoots his thing at was supposed to be Gother, but then he shot it at the Fairy King and the
mm, the
Giant
giant.
King. Like
Hmm.
it's like Droll and something. I'm
Yeah,
so bad with names. I
so am
should
I.
I should stop binging stuff so I can actually like remember people's names.
Yeah, binging stuff does
That's
not help with the names.
No,
Uh,
there's truth to that for sure. Like
their hair is what you tell them by usually because their hair like you can tell a background person from a main person by their hair.
mhm.
yeah,
90%
in
of the time.
Psychopaths, I literally just remembered the two main characters' names and that was about it.
Yeah,
Psychopath when the
I
main guy.
literally only remember the main woman and the villain.
In Kogami.
I never remember it. Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I can never remember his
that's
name.
that's the Spike guy, the
Mhm.
Spike Spiegel dude.
And Akane Tsunemori. Shogo Makishima though killing Akane's friend.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah. That
That's the
was a
most chilling
that was
moment.
that was an amazing moment.
That shit was.
That
I
was
was like,
uncalled
whoa,
for.
whoa, man, this dude's nuts.
Shit
Psychopath's
got
good.
real quick that second.
I still will never finish Psychopaths because I'm pissed at Funimation.
Hey, Funimation and Crunchyroll are finally merging, so
I don't know, when are they gonna actually like officially merge?
I saw that Funimation is putting all their stuff on Crunchyroll. So I don't know if that means that Funimation is gonna close down. I don't know. It's just who the hell knows.
Yeah, who the heck knows, man? That's sick though, because then we will have like everything on one platform, which will be tight.
I usually never use Crunchyroll. I almost exclusively use Funimation because my
Yeah,
Crunchyroll. I hate Crunchyroll the way it's set up.
I'm like the opposite. I use Crunchyroll.
No, you're wrong. You should use
Crunchyroll's better.
Funimation.
Funimation literally broke for me, and I'm like, what is going? It like didn't let me watch shit, and then all of
They're
a sudden it
both
didn't
that
keep,
way.
and then it like didn't keep my spot on like any of my shows, and I was like, all right, I literally canceled my subscription. I was butthurt.
Oh
I
my
was like, screw you.
gosh, they're both that way though. They both really suck.
Yeah, they're both bad.
We just need Netflix to buy both of them or something, and then
Yes, we need Netflix to buy both of them, and then
get
Amazon
some
Prime to
quality
actually
streaming.
have a good interface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, when Naruto saves the hidden leaf from pain, good moment.
Yeah,
Good moment.
I would agree.
I read that, so I don't know if it was like it might have been more impactful. I mean, it was still a sick moment in the manga, but
Yeah,
probably would have been more impactful combining that with some
Yeah,
other
Sakura
visuals.
was just like screaming, and like everything was all bleak, and then Naruto just shows up with the frogs,
Yeah. All the
and then
homies
he
hate
just
Sakura.
smashes the pain, like the two of them. Yeah, all my homies hate Sakura because Sakura sucks. And you know who else is not a good character? Sasuke. Started off as a decent character, went down the wrong freaking
yeah.
shithole path.
All you
Ruined them.
Sasuke fanboys out there, why?
You're wrong. He sucks. He's
He's not
terrible.
a good character. Like he's
Mm.
if you're a big Sasuke fan, you literally just like him because he's edgy.
100%. I will say at the start of the show, he was a good written character. I will say that. He was. He really was.
Sai is literally just a better version of Sasuke. Like I don't know what else to say about it.
Dude, Sai's hilarious.
Like he's just literally the all-around better version of Sasuke.
Yeah, people just love Sasuke because he's edgy. And
Yeah.
people think he's hot. Kind of hot. I'll give it to him.
No,
I
his
think
hair looks
Kakashi's
good.
hotter. Dude, people really fanboy over Sasuke though. He's probably the most. He's like the husbando of all husbandos. He's up
Probably.
there.
And I don't get
He's
it.
up
I
there.
really don't get it.
I don't either. Overrated. Overrated. Honestly, those three main characters, they're all average. I mean, well, two of
Yeah,
them are terrible. Naruto's average. So
yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. I will agree with that. They're just everyone hates Sakura. The only reason Sasuke is popular is because he's edgy, and Naruto's just win because he talks to people. I guess.
Mhm. All the good characters lie outside of the main ones, like Itachi and Jiraiya and Kakashi. Everyone in the Akatsuki.
The Akatsuki was. That was yeah. It should have just ended at after pain.
Yeah, it
Just
should have.
I
Yes,
hated
it should have.
I hated what is his name? The guy that took Orochimaru's powers after
Kabuto?
Kabuto. I hated that whole arc with Kabuto. Or it wasn't really an
Yeah.
arc. It was happening at the same time as the war. But like
The one with like, yeah, I know what you're talking
it was
about.
just why? Why are you there? We
Kabuto
didn't
was a
need you.
weird. He was a weird villain.
He really was a weird character.
He started. I liked the start of Kabuto a lot, actually.
He just went in a really weird direction.
Mhm.
Isaac, Monster.
What?
Anytime
Yeah,
that the welcome home thing, anytime they say welcome home,
yeah.
oh, even
Yeah,
just thinking about it gives me the EBGBs.
oh my goodness. That whole show, there was so many moments that would give you chills.
The
I need to
Magnificent
watch it.
Steiner, welcome
Yep.
home. When Johan breaks down in the library,
Really, any moment with Johan is just kind of
Johan's
crazy.
voice in the English dub is just chilling.
Yeah, it's creepy, dude. He is like,
It makes you
it's,
uncomfortable,
he
but
might
like
be
in a
the best
good way.
villain. He might be the best villain in all of the shows that I've ever watched.
He
So everyone
definitely
says, dude, I gotta
he's
watch that shit.
You really need to. It's so good. I feel like it might be a
It's
little
all,
bit of a slow burn for you, but like it's
it's
so
all on
good.
YouTube.
It
It's
is
all
all
on
on
YouTube
YouTube.
for free.
It is all
Fuck,
on
man, it's
YouTube.
gonna be a slow burn. I'm screwed. I watched Odd Taxi. That's kind of a slow burn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's way faster than Odd Taxi.
Bet I'll be good then. I'll be good then. Is it faster than Ranking of Kings? Probably not. Ranking of Kings,
You love
gas.
Ranking of Kings though.
I love Ranking of Kings. I love Ranking of Kings. It's in my top 15 already. I already solidified it there, 100%.
Might be a little
I love Boji. I
premature
love Boji. I would die
to
for
say
Boji.
that.
Nah, bro, it's good.
Noah, how have we not talked about Whitebeard?
I was just waiting. I was waiting for you to bring it up.
The One Piece is real.
That's the most hype moment.
Whitebeard just
That
yelling.
gives me chills just thinking about it.
I should watch that in. I don't think I've ever seen that in the anime form, but I really should.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. He like takes a deep breath and like he just yells and everyone like turns and looks at him.
Missing half
It's
his
just like
face.
yeah. Well, they only took off half of his mustache in the anime. Which sucks. So it's literally just his head is like perfectly there, just part of his mustache is gone. It's not like in the manga where it's literally half his head.
Man, so badass. He grew a mustache, called it a beard, and no one said any different.
No one said a goddamn thing. There's so many moments in One Piece though. That is probably the one that makes me get like
The most epic one is definitely that.
when Luffy puts his hat on Nami's head though. That's another one that always gets me. Robin's scream. That probably gives me the most chills actually. It's not the most hype, but that moment I don't know why it does it for me.
Yeah, Nenny's lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That Whitebeard moment though. Next level
Oh.
stuff. Next level stuff.
Oh God. God, that's so good.
That is.
I'm just thinking about it like, damn.
Yep.
I think Kaido's gonna have a good moment still.
Kaido, he's got to have something coming up here. The last chapter's hinting at it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, my Kaido theory is in the works.
You gotta put it on the YouTube. I put
know, bro.
my first YouTube video.
It's my theory is that Kaido is actually a good guy.
I believe that. I mean,
and it's because my whole thing is he's a good guy because he wants to he wants to die so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know how I'm gonna have to like tie it together and stuff. My thing is that he knows about Joy Boy and he is trying to be the ultimate like boosting platform for Joy Boy, like reincarnation, which is Luffy. So he's just doing all this stuff for like Joy Boy to hate him and for Joy Boy to like take that next step to like actually be like, I don't know, change the world and like for better. Which I think would be like so like his death is going to come at the hands of Joy Boy to better the world. And that's kind of my theory.
Do the research, do it up, make a theory video.
I should, man. I haven't heard anyone talk about that either. So
no, I've never heard of that before.
All right, I said it first. Noah Leeser.
Noah's name is now on that theory.
I am on it.
Well, I am fresh out of chilling anime moments that I want to talk about. So
I think I might be out as well.
I'm kind of upset that no one said anything about Kamina's death, but whatever.
It's been a while since I watched that, but
what show is that? I think I watched it.
Gurren Lagann.
You thought Gurren Lagann didn't hit. Gurren Lagann didn't hit for me.
God, you guys are nuts. It's like in my top 10.
I mean, I like it. It's just not the kind of show that's gonna make a top 10 for me. Not deep enough.
What a weak mindset.
What do you mean?
It's so deep.
I'm sorry. I like my shows a little more intellectually.
Gurren Lagann is deeper than the entirety of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
I'd get behind that.
God, Evangelion sucks. God, it's so bad. Oh,
I'd get
Not a
behind
single
that.
hype moment in that show. That shit is bland.
Yeah, Evangelion does not deserve
Dude,
the hype.
watching Evangelion is like having an itch that you can't scratch because it just you always want something sick to happen and nothing ever
Nothing
happens.
does. Instead,
Yep.
it's just like simulated depression, but like not really.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Well, I'd say that we could probably bring this episode to a close, then rounding it out at about the hour mark. So,
Wrapping
Sounds
it
good.
up.
well, guys,
Food Wars is the best.
probably not, but thanks for listening again, guys. Catch you next time.